Length, 25 minutes word count. 1500 words 00. Mysterious music plays as images of environmental degradation fade into innovative solutions. Welcome to the realm of environmental innovation, where human ingenuity meets nature's wisdom to craft solutions for our planet's most perplexing challenges. I'm your guide into this fascinating world where science and creativity converge to heal our wounded Earth. Our planet whispers its distress through rising seas, vanishing forests, and thinning air. But within this narrative of environmental decline lies another story, one of hope, imagination, and revolutionary thinking that might just rewrite our future. 041, today, we'll venture into the enigmatic world of environmental innovation, where the boundaries between the impossible and the achievable blur with each passing day. Prepare to be captivated by solutions so elegant and profound that they challenge our understanding of what's possible. Before we unveil these innovations, let's acknowledge the magnitude of our environmental predicament, a crisis that threatens the very fabric of life on Earth. But rather than dwelling in the shadows of these challenges, we'll illuminate the pathways forward, the ingenious solutions emerging from laboratories, startups, and passionate minds across the globe. 121, our first portal into environmental innovation, opens to the enchanting realm of biomimicry, the art and science of emulating nature's designs to solve human problems. For billions of years, nature has been perfecting solutions to complex challenges, and now we're finally learning to decode these ancient secrets. Consider the lotus flower, mysteriously remaining pristine despite growing in muddy waters. The microscopic structure of its leaves creates a superhydrophobic surface where water beads up and rolls away, carrying dirt particles with it. This natural self-cleaning mechanism has inspired a revolution in surface technologies, from self-cleaning paints and fabrics to building facades that stay clean without chemicals. 211, the humpback whale with its massive body moves through ocean waters with baffling grace. The secret lies in its flippers, adorned with tubercles, bumps that reduce drag and increase lift. Engineers, mesmerized by this evolutionary masterpiece, have redesigned wind turbine blades with these tubercle-inspired bumps, increasing efficiency by 20% and allowing them to capture energy at lower wind speeds. 241, perhaps most perplexing, are the termite mounds of Africa, natural structures that maintain a nearly constant internal temperature, despite external temperatures fluctuating between freezing nights and scorching days. These tiny architects create passive cooling systems so sophisticated that they've inspired buildings like Zimbabwe's Eastgate Center, which uses 90% less energy for climate control than conventional buildings of similar size. Nature speaks in a cryptic language of efficiency and sustainability. Those who listen carefully are rewarded with solutions of breathtaking elegance. 321, let us now drift to the mysterious depths of our oceans, where a haunting problem lurks: millions of tons of plastic swirling in massive gyres. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch, an area twice the size of Texas, represents one of humanity's most visible environmental sins. Enter the Ocean Cleanup Project, a system of floating barriers that uses oceanic forces to concentrate plastic waste for efficient collection. The brainchild of Boyan Slat, who conceived this solution at just 16 years old, this technology promises to remove half the Great Pacific Garbage Patch in just 5 years, a timeline that seems almost mystically rapid for such an enormous challenge. 411, for smaller water bodies, the Seaben Project offers an equally enchanting solution: floating rubbish bins that can catch an estimated 1.5 kilograms of floating debris per day, including microplastics as small as 2 millimeters. These unassuming devices work tirelessly, drawing water from the surface and passing it through a catch bag inside the bin. But the true alchemy comes afterward, turning this collected waste into something valuable. Companies are now transmuting ocean plastic into everything from fashionable sneakers to sleek furniture, creating economic incentives for cleanup efforts that once seemed financially impossible. 456. Perhaps the most enigmatic challenge we face is the invisible one: carbon dioxide accumulating in our atmosphere, trapping heat and altering our climate in ways both subtle and dramatic. To address this ghostly threat, innovators have developed direct air capture technologies, machines that can pull carbon dioxide directly from the air around us. Companies like Climeworks have created artificial trees thousands of times more efficient than their natural counterparts at removing carbon from the atmosphere. These mechanical marvels filter air through specialized materials that bind with CO2 molecules, removing them from circulation. 541. But what becomes of this captured carbon? Here the innovation grows even more beguiling. Some systems inject it deep underground, where it mineralizes over time, turning gas into stone in an accelerated version of natural processes that normally take thousands of years. Others feed this carbon to algae, which multiply rapidly, becoming biomass that can be harvested for food, fuel, or materials. Enhanced weathering techniques accelerate natural geological processes by spreading crushed silicate rocks over land, where they react with carbon dioxide and rainfall to form carbonates, effectively locking away carbon while improving soil health. A double enchantment for our environmental struggles. 626. The quest for clean energy has produced some of the most captivating innovations in our environmental arsenal. Imagine windows that generate electricity while remaining transparent. This seemingly magical technology uses organic molecules that absorb invisible ultraviolet and infrared light while allowing visible light to pass through. These transparent solar panels could transform every building into a power generator without sacrificing natural light. 656. Equally mesmerizing are floating solar farms, vast arrays of panels that drift atop reservoirs and lakes. These waterborne power plants not only generate clean electricity, but also reduce water evaporation and algae growth while using space that would otherwise remain unused. The world's largest, in China's Anhui province, generates enough electricity to power 21,000 homes. 726. Even the familiar wind turbine has undergone a mystifying transformation. Bladeless turbines, oscillating columns that generate electricity through the vortices created as wind passes around them, stand like silent sentinels. With no rotating parts, they eliminate bird strikes and operate in near silence, addressing two of the most persistent criticisms of conventional wind power. The oceans, with their perpetual motion, offer another avenue for energy innovation. Wave energy converters and tidal turbines harness the rhythm of the seas, an ancient and reliable power source that humans have overlooked until now. 811, as our climate shifts and populations grow, feeding humanity presents puzzles that demand innovative solutions. Vertical farming, the cultivation of plants in stacked layers, creates artificial growing environments where every variable can be controlled with scientific precision. These modern agricultural towers can produce yields up to 350 times greater than conventional farming, while using 95% less water and no pesticides. Most baffling of all, they operate independently of weather and seasons, producing crops year-round in any climate. 851. Precision agriculture brings an almost supernatural awareness to farming practices. Sensors, satellites, and AI combine to create systems that can detect exactly what each plant needs, delivering water and nutrients with pinpoint accuracy. Drones hover like benevolent spirits over crops, identifying pest infestations or nutrient deficiencies before they become visible to the human eye. Alternative protein sources, from lab-grown meat to insect farms, offer pathways to reduce the enormous environmental footprint of conventional animal agriculture. Scientists have created plant-based burgers that bleed like real meat, perplexing the senses while slashing environmental impact. 941. Through the arcane science of genetic engineering, researchers have developed crops with mysterious abilities to withstand drought, resist pests, and thrive in conditions that would kill their conventional counterparts. These innovations could be particularly transformative for regions already feeling the harsh effects of climate change. The blue revolution in aquaculture has produced systems where fish, plants, and microorganisms exist in symbiotic relationships, mimicking natural ecosystems while producing food with minimal external inputs, an alchemical transformation of waste into wealth. 1021. As captivating as these innovations are individually, their true power emerges when they converge and interact. Imagine buildings wrapped in transparent solar cells, their interiors cooled by termite-inspired ventilation, with vertical farms on each floor. Picture coastal communities powered by wave energy, their harbors cleaned by sea bins, with captured plastic transformed into construction materials. The most profound environmental solutions don't exist in isolation. They form interconnected webs of innovation, each strengthening the others in an elaborate dance of technology and natural wisdom. 11.1. But for these environmental innovations to fulfill their mysterious potential, they require more than technical brilliance. They need widespread adoption. This is where you enter our story. Each choice to support sustainable technologies, each decision to implement these solutions in communities and businesses, each voice raised in advocacy becomes part of this unfolding narrative. The most enigmatic aspect of environmental innovation isn't the technology itself, it's the human element. Our collective decisions will determine whether these solutions remain fascinating possibilities or become the foundation of a sustainable civilization. 1146. As we conclude our journey through these environmental innovations, consider this thought. Perhaps the greatest innovation isn't a technology at all, but a shift in perspective, seeing ourselves not as separate from nature, but as an integral part of it. The most successful solutions draw on nature's wisdom rather than attempting to conquer it. The future of our planet hangs in a delicate balance, shrouded in uncertainty. But within this uncertainty lies possibility, the chance to create something beautiful from the environmental challenges we face. These innovations offer glimpses of that potential future, where human creativity aligns with natural principles to create a world that thrives rather than merely survives. Thank you for exploring these environmental mysteries with me. Until our next journey together, keep questioning, keep innovating, and keep believing in our capacity to transform our relationship with the only home we've ever known. 12:45. Music swells and fades as final image transitions to credits.